So I would like to ask you on what message or impact, let's say, will this documentary have on its audience?
It depends on the country,
Yeah.
and the culture. In Holland, when they show it on Dutch television, I'm a teacher, and I was so surprised that all the media was very, very happy that there was this documentary. Because it's not about one thing, it's about many things, and have respect for many religions and many cultures.
So you're telling me that what actually inspired you into becoming a documentary director, let's say?
Well, I'm the teacher, and there's Eva Nijsten, and she's the one who made the movie. So I met her 8 years ago, and I told stories what I do in classrooms. So she say, "Can I follow you 1 year to see if your stories are true?" So she went to all the classes with me, and then after 1 year, she said, "I'd like to make a movie." So then she asked Dutch television if it's because they need to pay. So then they said they were very happy. So it took 5 years, and then because it was also Corona, and she got 2 babies, so it took some time. And in 5 years, we made this documentary.
Pretty good, I must admit.
Okay, so why do you think it's important for people to hear your perspective?
The situation is that if I don't tell my stories, people are afraid to tell their story. So even now I'm Muslim and I go to the mosque.
Yes.
I see in the mosque, I see also guys. I think they are also belong to the LGBT, and so they don't need to tell me that they are lesbian or gay or whatever. It's more they see I do my prayer, and they see also that everybody accepts me, that I'm a homosexual and Muslim. So in the documentary, now you show in all Holland, and now here also in Greece, we show that you can be yourself if you just do it.
All right. Do you believe that an audience full of kids or teenagers that see this documentary will understand the key lesson or insights that you want to give to them more easily? And if they understand it,
Quite.
yes. Yeah, that's my problem. I have it from a young kid. Do you believe that an audience full of kids or teenagers that see your documentary will understand the key lesson or insights that you want to give to them? And if they understand it, will it make them change their minds about homosexuality?
Yeah, the documentary is shown in Amsterdam in the ITVA. It's also a festival, documentary festival. So I did Q&A there. So the first, there was 150 students, white Dutch, lyceum. They were very political correct. So there was no bad words ever. The other 5 Q&A was with a lot of cultures and Muslims. It was hard work. But even when during the movie they make remarks negative, and I go down and I take the microphone and then I talk to the whole audience, they could ask any question. In 15 minutes, they change from aggression to not acceptance, but they want to listen my story and I listen to their story.
Yes.
So when it succeeds in documentary and 15 minutes, alhamdulillah, I'm very happy. Thank God.
All right, thank you.
Okay, I have some questions for you. The first question is, what does the completion of the movie honestly mean to you?
I was nervous when she told me that she cut everything into pieces to make the documentary. I was not sure that she was doing the right thing. So she came to my house, and then I see what she make from the documentary, I was so happy because it's difficult for someone who make a movie, someone else tell your story. So I wanted to be sure that here you see my story and not her story. So it was for her difficult, but with her husband, they worked together to cut it. And when I saw the result, it's me. It's not another story. It's my heart.
Okay, second question. Do you have any plans for a sequel to the movie or a similar project?
The people who saw the documentary, they asked if there would be a documentary about my life before, how it was to be a Catholic. And I love Christmas. So even when I'm Muslim, I love Christmas. I like the whole thing. I have it all in my house. So people want to learn about who I am, to be and homosexual and Muslim and live in Amsterdam in a Muslim area. So that would be a second documentary about how to survive in an area where first there was aggression and now there's love. So how it's possible to change.
Okay. Last question. If you could change something in the movie, what would it be?
Nothing.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, ready? Okay. Did you face any challenges during your journey in the film industry?
The challenge during the time of the
Yes.
to make it,
Yeah.
there was no challenge because I do it already since 1977. So I do it 100 years. So the challenge is that I had all different classes.
Yeah.
And you know the guy on the right side, the Muslim, the strong guy.
Yeah.
The challenge was also for me because before the summer holiday, I spoke with him. He was also registered. After the summer holiday, he was kicked out of the school. But they asked him, "Do you want to return?" So he returned to sit next to me. That's also, I'm very happy that he decided to sit as a Muslim next to a Muslim gay person.
Yes.
It's a victory, but it's also that the challenge is I don't need to change the mind of the people. It's more, I want to open minds that we talk to each other.
Okay. Second question is, how did your personal identity influence your approach to creating the movie?
No, it's I'm almost 68 years old, so that means I live already a long time. So it didn't change anything. Only when I went it was on television on the Monday evening, the 14th of October. Then on Friday, I had to go to the mosque. I was very nervous that Muslims would be aggressive because I told it on television.
Yeah.
And then of every brother, I shake hands outside. And then one man, he took my arm and he said, "I want to talk to you." I said, "Okay." He said, "I saw the documentary." My heart was, I thought he was aggressive. And then he said, "I love the documentary. So I go to use it in my school." So you understand, that's also what I learned is just be yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
When I talk too much, then you say you talk too much.
Hello, I have a question for
Yeah.
you. How do people react when they learn about your decision while being homosexual?
In almost all my life, there was my very good friends, they're all straight. They love to make jokes about me being a homosexual. But every moment of the day. So how to make jokes all the time, then because you can say bad words, but also when they make jokes about you, it hurts also. So, and my family, they decide they don't want me anymore. So, and they're Catholic. So the problem is that in all my life, wherever I came, even in my school where I worked, they told me, you're a homosexual, but don't tell anybody. But I was married to a Brazilian man. So how can my colleagues, they say, my name is John, I'm married, I have 4 children, in the next classroom, and I'm not allowed to tell my students, my name is Peter and I'm married to a Brazilian man. That was forbidden. So it hurts. So and that's amazing. I had Muslim students. I was not allowed to say something. So there was aggression for a whole month. And then they said very bad words. And then I said, everything you think about me is true. And then, because you have that word, very bad word, pusiti, there's the, for homosexuals, you have a very bad word here in Greece.
Yes.
So that is something like pusiti. Yeah, pussy, yeah. So they call bad words. And then I said, everything what you think of me is true. And then they ask a lot of questions. After 1.5 hours, they applaud. I said, why do you applaud? And they said, you are the first teacher who is very honest to us. And therefore also the title of the documentary, Honesty.
Interesting. Thank you.
I have one question for you. I would like to know what motivated you to talk to these students about this topic.
With students or?
With the students that you make the documentary.
Yeah, like here, what we did, or what I do in my schools.
What you do to your schools.
Yeah, it is. When I was young, when I was 10, 11, 12, I felt very alone. Because I thought I'm the only one in the whole world who is a homosexual. And I was thinking I go to hell. So I did things with girlfriends that hurted them a lot. So when I was 21 in the teacher training schools, then I decided from that moment, I don't want no student to have the same pain as what I had when I was young. Because when you love somebody, you must be able to tell that you love somebody. And not, oh, the pain was, till when I was 21, the pain was a lot. Because you could not talk about your love. So now I go to all the schools, from students from 11 and 12 years old, finishing 25, 30 years old. I want to talk that be yourself and talk about your love, and that people are not afraid of you.
That's all.
Are you satisfied?
Yes.
Yes. It was very nice. But is it for you the first time to talk about this subject?
Really.
About sexual diversity?
I'd say that it was the first time that we talked.
Yes.
Yes.
For so long.
Yeah, and so in the documentary, how did you like it that you were confronted with the diversity?
It honestly showed the true sides of the true aspect, actually, of both sides and what it meant for them. So I must admit that the movie was really good, and both sides played a very crucial role on how we all see this aspect.
Yeah. But would you advise to show this documentary also in your school?
If they actually allowed it, which I think they probably do, I'm not entirely sure. But if that's true, then yeah, I would actually advise it to
But
watch.
is it more that the school should say it's okay, or is it more that the parents should say it's okay?
I think that schools need to say okay, but The thing is that our parents, I don't think they have a problem yet. But who knows? It's just around the corner. So
Yeah, and you liked also the documentary.
yeah.
Yeah. So you think it's nice to have that in your school as a subject to discuss?
I don't know. In our country, the homosexual it isn't so nice, and people believe that is bad, and it isn't so nice to people that they are girl and another girl do something sexual.
Yeah, so you're not used to it because you get no information.
Yes, I think.
So you think information is good to talk about it?
Can you please repeat the question?
Yeah, do you think that, like a documentary, is it good to discuss these kind of subjects?
Yeah, yes, of course. I personally believe that discussing this can change many stereotypical things that we have been taught by our families that which they are wrong, and we can see reality.
Yeah, but that's the situation with like something like wrong. It is wrong doesn't exist in that way. It's
I hope that you understand what I want to say.
I understand.
Not wrong, misunderstood.
Yeah. That is, and I know what you mean because that's also with my family. I cannot tell that my family was wrong to kick me out of the family. I understand that the religion and the culture is so imprinted in the brain that it's difficult to change. So it's better to put me away and not change the view of religion. And it was not easy to go to the mosque. And especially the young guys who make problem for me in the street. And then I learned I'm born in a bad neighborhood. I learned never run away. So when people want to fight with you, don't run away because sometimes there's a misunderstanding. So try to make contact.